Are you looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings all. This is a Q&A, and we are going to get started. Now, I hope I didn't answer this one yesterday. I do not remember. All right, I'm going through Wednesday now of last week. I am not done with Wednesday yet. So if I missed anybody, Tuesday I'm done with. If you submitted your question Tuesday and you get answered, please resubmit. I'm sorry. I'm figuring out how to do this. I don't skip anybody. I'm still figuring it out. Magician 126. What connections do I have with Arcturians that is helping me spiritually? Yes, another question. Did I have any part in Orion Wars? And did I ever come to Earth as an ET? Yes. I'll answer the third one first. Yes, you came here as a reptilian, actually, which is interesting. But even understand we've all been different entities. I believe you're here as a positive reptilian. Bringing goods here. I know it sounds so. You're bringing a bunch of basket of food. It does feel like you're bringing goods here. I don't know what that means, but you're bringing. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's all they're telling me. I would say knowledge from your planet to here. Help it with spirituality. This is after Atlantis, though, which is interesting. I believe you're here after Atlantis to help. I feel prep the world, because after that it was kind of screwed up. So you were assisting it. You were also a light being, like a not an Andromeda, but something very similar to that. I'm not sure what the name. Maybe like a star being. I'm not sure when. Yeah, you're a star being of. I don't know what the name of this is, but like a star type being throughout the universe. When I say star being, is like you go through portals, you can appear on planets instantly. So yeah, very advanced with that type of talent. This is a species. They're not very well known species. A very positive species. Very positive. So this was also one of your incarnations here, or one of your visitations here. As for what the Starbeam is doing on this Earth, I feel like in Egyptian times. I feel you're here as a reptilian, and as a star. There's a name for the star being. I'm just going to call it that. Yeah, you had Zeta lifetimes here, but not many. A couple. Arcturian lifetimes here, yes. Because this world is brutal. I think you've had human lifetimes here, but that's not what you asked me, so I'm not going to go into that. Because it feels like the more the alien stuff is more important. As an Arcturian, you're here as a teacher. A spiritual teacher. I think you helped intuitives that were connected to nature. You were there assisting them in their connecting. Those that are like very, I believe they're in the Middle Ages. That hasn't been recorded. I feel in the Middle Ages, there were females that were very connected to nature, and you were connecting to them. This was quite common. As for them being, I understand we had no TV, we had nothing else to do. That's a joke. Many females that were males were connected a little bit differently. They're more like magician types. But you were Arcturian helping many females connect to nature, meaning helping them. They're already connected to nature. You're helping them connect more and helping them connect to other people. And this was not, obviously, we're not finding this in the history books, or maybe we will. So, as for what connections do I have with Arcturians that's helping me with your spirituality? As for your first question, yes, but they're helping you. It is obviously knowledge. Spirit is very general. Spiritual knowledge. You have a method of connecting to the earth. You might not be aware of this. Your earth connection is very deep. As for you knowing this is a different story. I'm not sure. It's just, I'm not sure that's opened or not. I believe your meditations, I'm not sure if you're deep with meditation, but I can see deep. I can see deep meditation with you. If not now, eventually. In these deep meditations, you will see Arcturians. Because your Arcturian lifetimes, you were like a professor. We were all teachers, but some of us wish to be seen as teachers. You know what I mean? As a teacher profession, like we have here. So I believe that is where you were. So as for with you and your spirituality, I believe connecting with the moon, the sun, the stars, all those things are happening, you're not fully aware of. I believe if you connect to these things, you will see more that's going on around you. I'll just leave it at that. Oh yes, did you have any part in the Ryan Wars? Yes, as an Arcturian and a Reptilian, which is interesting. As a Reptilian, I don't think you're a positive Reptilian, though. You're not alone. I wasn't very positive either. It wasn't seen as, good or bad. You're just doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing. And I was one of them, too, so I don't feel bad. I'm not sure if it was during the Ryan Wars I was doing that. I think it was. So we all play a part in Star Wars, after all. That's not always a good thing, but anyway. I think you were not a very friendly one. But you learned a lot, and others have learned from you these things. Don't take this personal. Please don't. But as an Arcturian, though, see, understand, when you live a life as a Reptilian and you do negative things, and then you go into a life of positivity as an Arcturian, look how much knowledge you have. Look at it that way. Because, now I know how they think. Now I know how to deal with them. Understand? Look at it like that. Because that's pretty much the reason behind it. There's more to it than that. As a whole, there is everything. So, look at it like that. As Arcturian, Arcturian, I think I have Zeta lifetimes, like a million of them, apparently. Well, you have Arcturian lifetimes that are in that same number. So, which is a good thing. Yeah, I feel meditation. I'll leave you with that. I think that's it. Of course, I didn't read these before I got into them. So bear with me all. Okay, question from Paul. My father died when I was 1, and I was a very strong spiritual person in this life. Also curious to what ET I might have. No, DNA I might have. Okay. Thank you, Paul. As for channeling your father, let's not go into that right here. We don't have to do that here. As for ETDNA, Palladium lifetimes, yeah, a lot of them. A doctor, the Palladian doctor. Never seen that before. Palladian of science, doctors, Palladian of the stars, of the skies, moon. You did a lot of work on the moon. Not sure of our moon, but a yeah, I think you did. You ever hear working on our moon? Yeah, you're gonna love this. Even I'm feeling I do I don't know the history of our moon, like the creation of our moon. I don't know. I'm just gonna give you what I'm getting. As our moon was developing, you were assisting that as a Palladian. Yeah. You've had Zeta lifetimes, Arcturian lifetimes. As for your DNA, right now, obviously, Palladian. Some Zeta, very little, 3%. Arcturian, seeing like a 6%. Palladian's like 90%. Weirin, 2%. And all of these, obviously, you've had Weirin lifetimes. Oh, yeah, you've had Weirin lifetimes like madness. Yeah. I know. I said, well, remember, we have many versions of us. They're all us. So when I say have a lot of lifetimes, we all have a lot of we all have a lot of alien lifetimes, and a lot of Weirin lifetimes, which is interesting because you're very active on Weirin planets. There are several of them, and you were on all of them at one time or another. Then some were very negative lifetimes. Wars, because the Weirins have been through a lot of darkness. I don't think that's really been tapped into. Obviously, Weirins are not all feline. There are humanoid Weirins. What I've been learning recently is our Zeus god, our gods, Poseidon, definitely, okay, I'm going to go with Zeus. Zeus is a Weirin, a human Weirin, actually. I digressed. But on these Weirin worlds, so not necessarily you were feline on all these worlds, but the ones with the most chaotic wars were mostly feline, but there are humans there also, human Weirins. And the Weirins have been through hell. And you've been on these worlds where there's a lot of war. A lot of war. Ugly stuff. So, you think this world's bad. And that's the gag. Is you think this world's bad in general. It's yeah, this world's pretty. There are worlds that are very close to being just as terrible as this. There's worlds that are service to self. This one is one of them. This one's a little bit different. But yeah, Weirin worlds are very, very rough. Ouch. There's a lot of pain there. And there still is. That hasn't been cleared up yet. It's you think the reptilians have been, they're a pain in the ass. Weirins are too, because they've been through a lot. A lot of them are pissed off because their world was destroyed, and there's more to it than that. But when Weira was destroyed, a divide was there with the Weirins. So the humans and the human learns and the feline learns. So I believe on these worlds with the wearing wars are human and feline in the mix. So Zeta Gray lifetimes, not that many of them. Scientific discoveries. Much of that with the Zetas. Reptilian. What's your Reptilian? You don't need to go there. I think I'm getting mixed with the other one. But anyway, that should. As for your connect to your father, 1 second. I can give you a little bit of information. I believe your father's name is Patrick, I believe. Yes. Give me 1 moment. Now I'll be opening up the webinars eventually. So if you want to connect with him, this will give you a preview of what's coming, where people can finally reach out to those they want to reach out to with loved ones and stuff like that. So I'm making myself more available soon. So as for father, he's on the other side. I believe there's a female there. I'm not sure if that's his mother or not. I'm not sure. She might be still here. Anyway, I'm feeling a mother presence. That might be your father watching over her. I can't tell. That's probably what it is. Anyway, there's a female presence around him, so he might be watching over your mother if she's still with us. Obviously, you asked about him and not her, so that's probably the case. I imagine she's still here. But he's around a female all the time. He's not worried about you at all, from what I feel. He's just very shy. Just get this shy man. He said he will connect to you soon enough. Leave it at that. So we'll leave it there. Okay, we have a question for Darren. Spirit guides, do they have any information for me? 1 moment. Yes, to be more confident of yourself and to watch your words sometimes. Sometimes you're not careful of what you say to people. It seems to be that around. Sometimes you just blur out things. At least that's what he's saying. I'll shoot the messenger. Be careful what you say, because sometimes people get hurt by some things you say. Not to say you have negative intentions, but they're saying this is big around you. So watch what you say. That's all they're going. They're only going there. So I'm just going to leave you at that. Just they said you know what I'm talking about. So let's just go there. As I said, I'm opening things up more for myself to be more available. So we'll just leave it at that. Thank you. Blessings. Okay. Yeah, I have this Deker question. I'm not doing any channels on Deker. I don't feel like I should be doing that. This is for Curly Winfrey. But I can connect to that. Not sure what that means. Anyway, she's wondering about, have I been to the colonies recently and what do I do? I want to channel you, but I don't hear or feel anything. Help me, love. 1 moment. Yes, I believe you have been to the colonies. I think colony 3. Experimental. Yes, experiment. And then there's an experimental colony dealing with genetics. Don't know what that means. This is as close as I'm going to get to Deker. Deker I'm not really channeling anymore. I got other things going on. That's human colony stuff. So, but this is as close as I'm going to get to channeling Deker. As for your channeling abilities, I believe Human Colony had a great webinar this weekend, last Saturday, about connecting to your guides. You need to connect to your guides before you can channel. I thought that was great. You need to tap into your guide before you can even go that far to channeling. So that was great advice. Great. So, as I said, stones, oils, salt bath, same thing. Time, meditation, and mostly connect to your guide. That is the advice for everybody. Connect to your guides. I'm just learning this. Of course, I wasn't even connected to my guide. Apparently, I was somewhat. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still getting used to that. My guide and me are totally different. We're on good terms. We weren't always that way. My guide is Ulysses. He's a ballroom dancer. Not really. Actually, he's got rhythm. And he's a Palladian. Obviously, humanoid. He's Palladian. And I'm a Zeta, so that makes it very difficult. Obviously, I've had Palladian lifetimes, a whole crap load of them. But I've had Zeta lifetimes too, and Reptilian lifetimes. And you have all these lifetimes, it's hard to relate to a Palladian, at least for me. It's hard for them to relate to me. So it makes things a little bit complicated, or I make it complicated. Either way, it's complicated. It's hard to connect to somebody when you're different. That's the situation I have. So I never went on video of this. Yeah, so I have Palladian guides, and I'm a Zeta Gray. Yeah, that's going to go really well. I'm still trying to be human here. That's another story. So hopefully that helps somebody. So yeah, like I said, it took me years to even channel. So I wasn't looking for channeling. It just sort of found me. So I'll leave you with that. But the colony is some kind of experimental colony. I would connect with Human Colony to do that. I don't think it's one of these colonies that's well known. It feels like a colony that is not well known. It's like a secret colony. That's what I'm getting for this experimental. They're experimenting with human DNA and alien DNA. They're doing something a little bit different. And it's not bad. It's just different. Who knows, man? I'm not sure what they're doing, but it's interesting. I will leave you with that. Thank you for your question. Thank you all for your questions. I'm going to do one more. And first I have to read it. Oh, this is old, but that's a good one. Angela. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm sorry. I butchered names here. I just want to put that out there again. I'm sorry. I don't do it to be disrespectful, which is I can't read names. Angela. She went to channel an alien. This is interesting. The beautiful perspective of the universe. What do they think of this beautiful perspective of the universe and the planet with the planets in perfect stability? What do they think of the stars, just like all-around beauty of the universe? I think they see it the same way you do or we do. You know what I mean? I think they see it. Obviously, they see it more. We're in third density, so you don't see the universe as it truly is. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful here on. I'm sorry, I'm not a great one answering this. Oh, what is deja vu? What does it mean? Okay, I have no idea. Let me leave this one for tomorrow. The Warrens lay around like cats and play with things. I don't think they do. No, they're humanoid just like us. Obviously, they're at a higher density, but I don't think they do. No. Well, I'm gonna go. These are interesting questions. We're gonna go to this. I don't have energy to answer deja vu because there's more to deja vu than just our definition of it. Some of deja vu is what I've experienced is time being stopped and timelines being moved. You feel like I've been here before? Because you probably have. There's probably more to it than that, but deja vu is timelines being changed around. And also, deja vu is just to let you know that you are on your right path. Also. But yeah, I have to channel. I'm going to mark this down. This is good. I'm not sure I'm going to get to this one. This would be good for a webinar. Maybe. I'll keep I'll get to this one if possible. And for everything. Yeah, not to add to your question, but do Warrens lay around like cat? I don't think so. Well, then again, maybe we all do. It all depends on how you look at it. Some humans do sleep all day, so maybe we're not that much different. All right, I think I've said enough tonight. Hopefully, some of that helped. That last question, I'll see if I can. I'm going to run through that one again. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day, but eventually I'll answer it. Blessings all. Thank you all for your questions. And changes are coming. By Wednesday, I should have some answers for what's coming up, updates. So we'll see. Blessings all. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. I think so. Yes.